October is upon us, and it is now that time of year again. For Halloween and Christmas, really only those two times of year, I'm very kind of seasonal with certain types of movies and shows. I won't watch many, if any, Christmas-related movies or shows throughout the year. Just go watch a ton during the month of December. And the same thing with a lot of Halloween-themed or just horror in general. I really watch very little, if any, horror throughout the year, and then I watch a bunch of movies and shows related to that in my collection during the month of October. It's something I've done for a long time and just find it to be very enjoyable in that way, just something that I do. I'd love to hear if you do the same kind of thing. And if so, what are you planning on watching this Halloween season? Thought it might be fun to hear what you guys are checking out and what I'm going to be watching over the course of the month of October. I usually go through each year and pick out some different movies and shows and stuff to watch during the course of the month. A few staples, a lot of the 30s Universal classic monster movies. I kind of vary what copy I'm watching over the years. I love this, stick with some VHS for a few of these with the Mummy, and then my Dracula and Frankenstein box set. And sometimes after Frankenstein, might as well get in a little Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. And then one of my favorites of the classics, we have Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I'd also like to add in some Nosferatu at some point this month, as well as The Shining. And something a little more cheesy, this William Castle double feature with 13 Ghosts and 13 Frightened Girls. And I really want to add this into the rotation this year because both of these I've only seen once. Like when we very first got this Blu-ray set, and we wanted to check this out because my wife is a big fan of the remake of 13 Ghosts, wanted to see what the original was. I'd never seen it, so we watched that, and then I watched the 13 Frightened Girls. I have not rewatched this set since then. I can't remember, like 2 or 3 years ago or so, somewhere around there when we grabbed it, so I wanted to make sure that made it into the rotation this year. And then gotta love some 80s horror stuff, so Nightmare on Elm Street, usually just watch the first one, and Halloween, one of my personal favorites, as well as on HD DVD, John Carpenter's Fog. And one other thing on HD DVD that I need to check out, I found this randomly at a thrift store for next to nothing, and I'd never seen it before, no idea if it's even any good, but The Reaping, was hardly anything, and I rarely find HD DVDs, so hey, it gives me a chance to check it out. I was kind of waiting for the Halloween season, so I'm going to go ahead and give that a watch as well. And the last thing, it kind of touches upon HD DVD. I'd love to do, I've never done back-to-back ever before, a double feature of Cat People, and instead of moving on to the direct sequel, I'm going to pair that, the Val Lewton original, with the 80s Cat People. I've never watched these two ever back-to-back, not something I've ever done before, and they're very, very different movies, but I think that could be a fun thing to do one evening over the course of the month if I get around to it. And that takes care of the movies over the course of the month, but what about TV Land? We have this TV Guide Spotlight, which has a bunch of Halloween episodes, a lot of fun, with Bewitched, The Jeffersons, The Facts of Life, Roseanne, News Radio, Third Rock from the Sun, Ned and Stacy, probably skip that one, it's pretty bad, Mad About You, The Cosby Show, Married with Children, Square Pegs, and I Dream of Jeannie. Nice little set of Halloween episodes, as well as this classic Dick Van Dyke Show collection, which they never really did a Halloween episode. This is kind of stretching it, but a lot of times I will add this in just for the general kind of vibes and some TV in that category. We have The Ghost of a Chance, It May Look Like a Walnut, The Cat Burglar, and Long Night's Journey into Day. And again, it's kind of stretching the Halloween element, but I get what they're going for with that. And then the last couple things here is I'm a kid who grew up in the 90s primarily, so I have to have a little bit of Goosebumps and a little bit of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Some classics, and might as well add in a German volume here that I have, fun to go through. So that's all the stuff that, again, these are the kind of things that I very rarely touch throughout the rest of the year, and then during this month kind of go crazy and watch a whole bunch of them, and then pick some new ones next year. So I'd love to hear what you are planning to check out for the Halloween season.